Thank you for jumping online to do this mystery shopper training for Kingswim. This particular training video is for the free trial plus conversion. We do 5 different mystery shops at Kingswim, so please make sure that you're watching the correct training video. I'll just get my slides up here. So once again, this is for the free trial plus conversion mystery shop. Okay, so before you begin, please know as part of this mystery shop, you will need to take your child aged between 12 weeks old and 8 years old to 2 swimming lessons at your allocated Kingswim Centre. If your child is under 3 years of age, you will need to get into the water with them. Please also note, at times we may stipulate age brackets of the child that we want to do the mystery shop. It's just to make sure that we're getting a variety of ages doing these trials and converting as members as part of this mystery shopping process. Now, it's okay if your child is not a confident swimmer. In fact, if your child is not confident in the water, they are the perfect kind of customer for Kingswim. If your child can communicate, they cannot know that this is a mystery shop, and they will need to believe that these are genuine swimming lessons that they are attending. Please be sure to save the centre's phone number in your phone so you can assess if the centre calls you at any point. All right, so Kingswim is the client, and Kingswim is all about helping children to learn the essential life skill of swimming. As part of the mystery shopping team, you'll be helping the Kingswim centres assess their staff's customer service delivery. And it's this feedback that we give them in the form of mystery shopping reports that ultimately supports them to deliver exceptional customer service consistently. All right, so the details of your mission. You're going to book your child in for a free trial. That process does not need to be assessed as part of the mystery shop, but the trial does need to be booked in the window of time that our human experience team gives you. Attend your child's trial and assess the experience. You'll assess the welcome and the interactions with the teacher, pool deck supervisor, and staff member. You're going to ask 2 questions, one about makeup classes and one about payments. You will assess the centre presentation and comfort. From there, you will agree to join. You will assess the join process and the second lesson. Now, the report. Once you've finished the mystery shop, we will ask you to fill in an online questionnaire about your experience. When you hit submit with your online report, you will receive a confirmation email immediately after your submission has been received by us. Get that, and you can be confident that we've got your report. Your report comes through to our quality assurance team, who will quality check your report. If anything is unclear or missing, they will reach out to you for that information in order to approve your report as valid. Now, payment. For all valid reports, you will be paid $70 for your time plus reimbursements. So the reimbursements include the $20 enrollment fee, a pro rata membership fee payment. I'll tell you more about that later. And if your first paid class is in a new month not covered by the pro rata fee, we will reimburse your first direct debit payment as well. Now, if you'd like to continue with your membership post this mystery shop being over, and that has happened, that's not a problem. If you don't want to continue, your membership with Kingswim will be cancelled, but we do need to know that from you. Okay, the criteria of your mission. You're going to assess the welcome. Now, this is important. When you rock up for your trial with your child, you need to arrive exactly 10 minutes before the trial lesson starts. Now, I have 3 kids myself, and I know that that's not always easy. But you need to do everything in your power to be booking the trial at a time that you know works well for you and your child. And you need to make sure you have time to park the car and be there. If needs be, get there early, wait outside, and walk through that door exactly 10 minutes beforehand. Were you acknowledged within 30 seconds of approaching reception? And if no staff member was at reception, was there a sign there to say to go out to the pool deck? Once you were on the pool deck, were you acknowledged within 2 minutes? Now, if no one has acknowledged you at that point, approach someone, because we don't want you to miss or be late for your swimming lesson. Now, when you did interact with a staff member, were you welcomed? Was the timing of your class confirmed and what lane your class is in? Did the staff member show you where the change rooms were, and at some point, maybe not straight away, but at some point during an interaction, give you a brochure? Did the staff member share your child's name with their teacher, and were all the staff in Kingswim uniforms? So then it's about the trial class itself. Was your child warmly invited into the water by their teacher? Now, if your child does not respond to the encouragement of their teacher, if they were resistant, What we want to know is, did the pool deck supervisor offer assistance within 1 to 2 minutes so the teacher could start the class with their other children? If your child is over 3 years old, after some time has passed, the pool deck supervisor should come over to you and run through their assessment of your child. They should compliment your child and explain what level they believe they are at after observing them. If the pool deck supervisor observes that your child is not okay in the water, and what this means is the class is well above their ability and there's potentially a safety risk, we want to see that did the pool deck supervisor put your child into another class. If it's just slightly above their skill level, that should be okay. And finally, at the conclusion of the class, did the teacher warmly farewell your child, and was your child given a paper certificate for attending their trial class? So then it comes down to joining as a Kingswim member. So what we want to know is, did the pool deck supervisor or another staff member assume you would be joining once the right level of class had been determined? They might say something along the lines of, I'll get you booked in for this class next week then. At this point, you're going to say that you've got a couple of questions. There's 2 questions you're going to ask. First, you're going to ask about the makeup policy if you were to miss a class. Now, the answer to that is, if you let Kingswim know at least an hour beforehand, you will receive 1 makeup session a month that's valid for 90 days. And then you're going to ask about payments. How do you pay for the lessons? The answer to that is you pay monthly on the 1st of each month via direct debit. The pool deck supervisor staff member should reference the brochure while they talk to you about these things. You're also going to assess if the pool deck supervisor and or staff member mentioned the customer portal. They should be talking about this. You're going to accept the offer to join. At this point, the pool deck supervisor may hand you over to another staff member at reception. Okay, so were you asked to pay an enrollment fee of $20? That will be reimbursed. Were you asked to pay your pro rata fee to get you paid up until the end of the month? Now, this amount will vary depending on how early or late in the month it is, but it gets you paid up until the direct debit comes out on the 1st of the following month. Now, did the pool deck supervisor staff member speak to you about the customer portal and the importance of signing off on the policies and getting your direct debit set up? And were you given complimentary bathers? You might know them as swimmers or togs for your child. You get to keep those as well. And now, this is important. They might insist or ask you to sign off on those policies or fill in your direct debit information. Do not do so. Do not sign off on these policies or enter your bank details on the customer portal while you're there or before you attend your first paid class. We want to see how the staff member handles this when you attend your first class as a member. Okay, and while you're there for your trial, you do need to assess the centre presentation and comfort. Was the reception area clean and tidy? Was the merchandise display well stocked and well presented? Were the changing rooms and toilets clean? Please be sure to visit both of these areas. Please note there will be water on the floor, and that's okay. You don't need to comment about that. While you were there, if you notice any rubbish, and a common piece of rubbish would be a Band-Aid or maybe a drink bottle, did any one staff member walk past this item twice? We want to see that if a staff member, we want to see that the staff members are not blind to these issues. So if they walk past it once, that's okay. But if they walk past this item twice, we want to provide them with this feedback that they should be doing something about it at that point. And finally, was the temperature of the pool deck appropriate for a children's indoor swimming pool? So it should be warm so the children are not shivering. But please note, if you are on the side of the pool in a jumper or a jacket like this, it will feel warm. So you might want to wear layers that you can take off while you're there. Okay, so once you've exited the centre post your trial lesson, you're going to fill in your online report within the next hour. It will help you recall the details, doing it as soon as possible. From there, there's a button that says save and resume on your report. Do that, and then you'll get given a unique link. Save that unique link so you can come back to it and complete your report with the next stage. So the next stage is when you attend as a member for your first class. Were you acknowledged, again, at reception or on the pool deck? And did any staff member at any point follow you up on signing off on the policies or the direct debit information? You can let them know, oh, yes, I'll do it next time. Just kind of put them off a little bit, just so you know. Did the staff member offer to help you with the portal at any point? And did the staff member highlight any benefits of the portal to try and encourage you to get on there? For example, it tracks the skill progression of your child. You will also need to assess the centre presentation and comfort in the same way that you did on your trial visit. Upon exiting the centre, fill in your online report using the save link with your partially submitted report and hit submit, and you are done. Some key points. To be eligible to do this mystery shop, you need to be a first-time visitor to that Kingswim centre. Arriving exactly 10 minutes before both classes is really important. This ensures we're giving the staff members every chance to welcome your child and welcome you back on your second visit, to follow up on those key things that you haven't signed off on those policies or your direct debit information. I know it's hard with kids, but please do the best you can to do that. Your child does not need to be a confident swimmer. They just need to be aged between 12 weeks and 8 years old. Remember, if your child is under 3 years old, you will need to get into the pool with them. Your child cannot know this is a mystery shop, as the staff member at the centre mustn't get wind that you are the mystery shopper. After your paid class, you will need to decide whether you want to continue as a member at Kingswim or not, and tell us. Great if you do. That's not unusual for our mystery shoppers to go on and use the service. But if you don't, you need to make sure that we know, and we will arrange for your membership to be cancelled if you don't want to continue. And so they won't follow you up and no direct debits will come out. Some final notes. I keep saying it, but please ensure that you arrive exactly 10 minutes before the start time of both classes. So once you do this training video, you will do a knowledge check. Once you've done the knowledge check, hopefully we should be able to confirm that you've got this mystery shop, and we will send you the online report link. Look at these questions before you attend the centre. This will ensure you know exactly what to look for so you can submit a valid report. Please expand on anything you answer no to. Explain what happened. Give the centre context for your no. When you write your comments, please be objective and tell the story. At Human Experience, it's not our job to judge, criticize, or even give our opinion. We simply need you to run through what happened so the report can be used as an objective coaching tool. At the point of submitting your report, you will need to decide whether or not you want to continue as a member, and make sure we know. And please upload your receipts for your enrollment fee paid, your pro rata fees paid, and where relevant, your first direct debit if your first paid class fell into the new month. That's it. Training video over. Do the knowledge check. Once you've done the knowledge check, contact our team, and hopefully we'll be able to allocate you this mystery shop. Thank you so much for jumping online to do this training. My name's Nick McClanahan. Don't forget, email us as soon as you've done that knowledge check. Bye for now.